Okay, hi, good morning. Second video of Everyday ADHD podcast. I had my medication earlier this morning and I've eaten, and it was important for me. I'm feeling good. It was important for me to get outside and be just outside. I'm down at the bluff. I'm down actually at the beach here because it's beautiful. I usually don't come down here. I'm usually walking my dog up at the top, but it was nice to do something kind of different down here. So I rode my electric unicycle down here, and I want to make a video because I'm having an interesting morning, a nice morning. So a little scared today. It's January 2nd, 2025. And it's kind of time to get back to work after the holidays, and work for me is slow right now, a little slow. I've got stuff to do. I can work on my website. I can do a couple other things. In fact, I can do a bunch of things, and that's one of the things I'm going to talk about. I have a bunch of things swirling in my head about, I've got to fix the springs in the garage door. I've got to put this tire valve cap on one of my tires, and I've got all these. Those are the insignificant ones. Working on my website, that's important, and doing some other things are important, and doing this video message is important, and continuing to explore Kristen Carter's focused program on IHaveADHD.com. That's really helpful. So one of the things that I learned from her recently was to you've got all these things swirling in your head, and people with ADHD have a hard time figuring out which ones to do, because they all kind of seem important, and they all kind of get our attention equally. I like the valve stem cap. It's like that's swirling in my head, and boy, it would be nice to get that one done, but that is not that important. So what is important is continuing to learn about ADHD. I just kind of figured this out, what it means to have ADHD, I'd say within the last couple weeks, and it's because of stumbling upon Kristen Carter's podcast. That was fantastic. That's kind of what I'm struggling with. And she's got a vast resource of videos, and she's got a community and that I'm plugged into now, or getting plugged into shortly. So I have all these things swirling in my head about things to do. The most important things, as I mentioned yesterday, are continuing to understand how to live with ADHD and how to thrive with it, because there's just a bunch of stuff that I have to learn, and the sooner I learn it, the better. So that's priority a numero uno, number one, I think. That's it. That's what my goal was when I kind of took a look at what I want to do over the next 6 months. I hope it doesn't take 6 months, but it might, or longer. I am not in control of that. So I'm sticking with that priority. Got to do that. I also have to, work on making some money with my business. So I think what I'm going to do when I leave here is I'm going to be grateful for this day that I have, and this new sort of understanding I have about myself, and look at this beautiful place that I'm living. It's gorgeous, and I'm grateful for that. Grateful to be alive today. And I can't say that I, and that's a little bit of a stretch for me, because I have lived for so long in so much pain, I guess you could call it, struggling with this ADHD that I didn't know what it was, and I wasn't fully alive. I was hopeless, or near hopeless. I mean, not quite hopeless, because I was still looking, trying to figure out what the heck is going on with me. But thank God to my girlfriend, who, can witness me from the outside and kind of talk to her therapist. Her therapist said, I think he has ADHD. He should get treated for it. And boy, oh boy, it took a while, but, found some medication that works for me. And that's been really helpful. And what else? And, sorry, getting distracted a little bit. I lost my train of thought. It'll come back. So a lot has changed for me in the last couple weeks even. It's been, and I'm scared. I don't know. I have tried and failed so many times that the thought of maybe this is just another one of those and I'm gonna fail, and that's thoughts there, but at the same time, and most importantly, this does feel different. This doesn't feel like all those past times. This feels like I do have something new. It could be one of those things, because I felt like this before. And yes, as per usual, I have dog hairs on my head, and all over me, here and there and the bed, whatever. Oh my God, that's a good one. So, I'm overwhelmed right now with a bunch of things swirling in my head. What am I going to do today? But listening to Kristen Carter's podcast, getting back to that, yes, I am, about making priorities. When you have things swirling in your head, you choose what are the most important things, and you can kind of figure out what that is by asking yourself, well, if I didn't do this today, if I didn't do blank today, I would regret it. And I don't want to have any regrets for today of things that I can control. I am not going to get everything done that, is swirling around in my head. I have to ruthlessly decide which are the most important and exclude those which don't move me forward 1%. That's all I have to do. I have to do B- work, progress, not perfection. Perfection is the enemy of progress, or whatever they say. So I'm gonna go home, kind of make a list of the things that I would regret not doing today, and get them done. And that's going to be it. I also can't expect myself to be what they call a neurotypical person. My brain doesn't work like that. I have to set goals that are realistic for me. And that's great. That's moving forward. That's fantastic. I am me, and that's great. So I guess that's it. I know there's tons of other things that I want to say. God knows what they are. My brain is swirling, and and that's okay. I'm going to do my best today, figure out what those priorities are. Priority numero uno, continue to learn about ADHD, make a little progress on my business. And others, I don't know. So let's just set realistic goals. Maybe those are the only two things I achieve today, and that's going to be what I can do. And I'll be grateful for that. Grateful for not being stuck, not feeling stuck anymore, not feeling powerless and hopeless and lost and confused. And feel grateful and feel hopeful and feel more alive. So yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I love you all. If you're watching this and you have ADHD, I feel you. You're not alone. There is hope. Contact me if that's all you can do. Go to ihaveadhd.com and check that out. Kristen Carter, Cardr. She has hundreds of podcasts on iTunes and Spotify that spoke directly to me. If you have ADHD, I think they'll speak directly to you. You may not have all the little, we don't all, what's the word I'm looking for? Our ADHD, it doesn't express itself the same in everybody. We all have a different mixture of this thing as far as I can tell. But, it's amazing how many of her podcasts I relate to. So if you're struggling, go check out those things. They've helped me. And I think they'll help you. Okay, be well.